Hello and welcome back to MichMusic Now. If it looks like I'm at the Taj Mahal back here, it's because I am kind of sorta. It's this is a park near my house actually, and it's some folks that must have been a little bit eccentric and had some money some years ago, like I don't know, 80 years ago or something like that, in the 30s or whatever, and they built a big mansion and made it a replica of the Taj Mahal, then later donated it to the city to be a park. So anyway, it's a music and arts library now. It's pretty cool. So if you've been at all connected with my MichMusic Network Facebook page, you know that I've been in Russia recently, and I was a judge at a vocal group festival called the Moscow Spring A Cappella Festival. Super fun, 180 groups-ish, wow. And we did a workshop, my colleague Matthias Becker and I, one morning for some of the groups. I wanted to present on my part of the workshop 10 points that I thought would be of value for vocal groups and vocal group directors. I never really did a top 10 list before, but you know, there you go. It was just a way to organize my thoughts. So before I share that with you, I would like to first share with you some of the groups from the festival. I made a little montage of some of the groups. I just pulled them randomly from the little bit of video that I personally had made. So check this out and then we'll talk again in a minute.
Spell backwards, because you pick up urgent. Go backwards, русской земле,
Tell me something good. Why don't I? Tell me that good, baby.
So here it goes, the top 10 list. This is not really in any particular order. It's, you know, I mean, I've numbered it, but you know, you can take your favorites as you wish, okay? Number one, if it seems like it's not right, it's not right. If a chord sounds like it might be out of tune, but you're kind of like, well, and you're moving your head a little like a, dog that's trying to understand something. If it's that level of you're not sure, then it's definitely not right. If the pocket doesn't feel good rhythmically, it's not right yet. It needs fixing. Figure out what it is and then correct it. Number two, do your homework. Of course, we all know we need to learn all the notes to the charts and be, perfect with it, right? So I challenge you, if you are a singer in a vocal group of any type, to try this experiment. See if you can sing your part. Doesn't matter if you're an alto or tenor or whatever. Your part to every song all the way through, correct notes, correct rhythms, correct musicality in tune. And if you can do that, good for you. And if you can't, then you know what to do. Number 3, don't underestimate the pocket, the rhythm, the groove, the feel. If you're doing groove music at all, which most of us in jazz and pop and so on are doing a lot, it's got to feel good. And if it doesn't feel good, you want to figure out why. It's easier said than done. And it takes a pretty deep level of musical maturity, I think, to really, really feel pocket real well, because each different groove has got a different relationship to the steady beat, and tempo comes into play. There's really a lot to it, and it is a subtle thing, but it's worth pursuing to become a master so that everyone listening to you taps their foot. Number 4, listen more, sing less. What happens when we do that? Our awareness level goes up and we get into the present moment and we start to notice things. And almost immediately when someone in a group begins to listen more, they pull back on their volume a little bit, they listen better, they blend better, they tune better. It's actually kind of a good rule of life too, just awareness in general. Get out of our bubble, be more aware, but especially in group singing. Number 5. There is no substitute for performance experience. You can practice, and you should practice a lot, but there's no substitute for just getting out there and performing. You will grow in a different kind of way the more that you perform. Is it easy to find performance opportunities? No, not always, but you can make them. Just be creative and do it. House concerts are very popular in the United States and maybe in Europe too, I don't know, but have people over to the house, and even if it's just your friends, and just do it regularly so that you're performing a lot. Number 6, be sure to look, feel, and be like the mood and the attitude you want to convey in your music. Okay? We don't want to mismatch about what's on our face and what we're talking about or what we're communicating in the song. Also in our body language, you are really telegraphing a lot about how you're feeling, who you're being, what's going on inside. So you just want to connect up. It doesn't mean you have to do anything in particular. I wouldn't force it. I would be, very much find your own way of feeling the soul, the sadness, the joy, whatever it is that's going on in the music. You want to personify that in your body and on your face. Number 7, make music out of everything. Just no matter what you're singing, especially backgrounds. People will tend to go to sleep a little bit on backgrounds and sort of phone it in. Don't do that. Stay awake, keep it alive, keep in the present moment, and always be thinking, how can I feel the pocket a little better? Do I need a little crescendo in here? What do I need to do to make music out of my part during every single passage of all the songs? Number 8, tell the story of the song. It doesn't matter what language you're in. Now we know if you're singing pop music and jazz music that probably you're singing English a lot, even if you're from Hungary. But whether you are singing in Hungarian, Russian, Chinese, or whatever, don't forget to tell the story of the song. There's something that's being said in that song, and when we rehearse dozens and dozens of hours on a song, we tend to forget that, oh yeah, that's right, there's a songwriter that wrote something about this lyric. They wanted to express something. And so be sure to come back into awareness about that so that you can communicate it during your performance. Number 9, use quality literature. Every single voicing should be right. And go back to rule number 1, if it doesn't sound right, it isn't right. Think about arrangers that you really like and ones that you trust are writing good things, and use works by them. And also certainly you want to write your own things, and just make sure you're picky. Don't let something slide. Every single chord voicing, every single rhythm should have some purposefulness, and it should contribute to the better musical whole. And finally, number 10, it's not about you. It's not even about your group per se. It's really about everybody. I mean, yes, it's about you, it's about the person next to you, it's about all the people next to you, it's about the person directing the group if they're not in your group, it's about the people that hosted the performance or whatever. And very importantly, it's about the audience. We want to be of a sharing spirit with the audience. Sing the music because you love the music. You don't own the music, though. None of us own anything, really. I mean, we want to get out of our bubble and we want to get into the spirit of you and may I suggest giving. Share your song with the audience and invite them to come into your joyful place, your love for the music, and they will appreciate you that much more, and I think the music will be that much more inspiring. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.